Welcome back to the Guiding Light Healing Studio. Today we are going to be talking about something that I know a lot of people deal with, and it is phone addiction. This was inspired from a session I did with my client earlier this morning, and it was so fun and juicy. I was like, you know what? I should just hop on YouTube and put this out there and literally do a session, just me and you, as though you were literally right in front of me, because I feel like if I just offer you these tools, you're going to be able to apply them and not only just get a deeper understanding of yourself, but actually be able to change patterns that are not serving you anymore. So I have another video talking about this on how to get unstuck and why it is that most people will try to shift a pattern in their life, like change a behavior, such as maybe not scrolling so much. But rarely does that actually stick. Rarely does that actually create a lasting positive results. But we ain't about that around here at Guiding Light. We are all about going in and looking at our patterns, looking at our conditioning, getting to the root cause of why we show up in the world the way that we are, and then we get to decide. You know, the whole point of the inner work and healing and raising your vibration journey is that it gives you back your power to choose who you want to be in any given moment. And if you are finding like, man, my screen time is out of control and I am just mindlessly scrolling all the time and I don't know what to do about it, then this video is for you. Please stick around. This is going to be a juicy one. I'm very excited to get into this with you today. But first, let me close my blinds because I just realized there's all the cars and people going by, and that's probably just very distracting. So let me close that. So there are so many reasons why people turn to social media, but generally it's because we need to distract ourselves and we're trying to escape from the present moment. And so what I want to do for you today is I just want to really get in there and figure out like, what is it actually about for you? Why are we trying to escape? You know? Of course, we know that our phones are literally designed to keep us addicted because of the dopamine hit that we get all the time, but there's a deeper thing to it. There really is a deeper root cause. There was a reason why you even installed social media in the first place. There's a reason why you developed this habit in the first place, and then the dopamine was sort of like a secondary thing, right? Right. All of our inner work journey, it's just about creating some space to slow down, settle down a little bit, and connect with our soul. You know, from a place of open-hearted curiosity. Anytime I guide you through these processes, I want you to know the only rule, there's no right or wrong way to do our healing, but the only rule is that you gotta promise me, if you promise me, that you will do this from a place of curiosity, not from judgment, not from shame, not from guilt, curiosity, okay? Now close the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and say a prayer that I use every time I do a session to call in some protective white light and call in both of our teams of spirit guides before we dive in. So with eyes closed, let's just take a couple grounding breaths here to sync up our energy. And as we do this, you're giving me permission to connect with your energetic field. So as you're ready, deep belly breath in through the nose. And a deep release out the mouth. And again, full nourishing breath. And let something go. Calling in the highest love and light of source to protect my space and the space of my guest watching. Inviting only the highest love and light to be present in both of these spaces. Inviting only archangels, ascended masters, loved ones, ancestors, teachers, and higher selves to be present in both of these spaces. All other energies, frequencies, or beings not of the highest light must leave both of these spaces now. Inviting both of our teams of higher selves, angels, and guides to be present for this healing session. Please show us any specific memories, moments, or processes that would best serve in their healing today. And should any direct messages need to be channeled through me from Source, may I be an open channel to allow this now. Thank you. I'm just going to invite you to take one more deep breath in and a full breath out. Okay, now that we have all the beings of light here, let's get into it. So when you connect to that desire or that impulse to reach for your phone, maybe it's when you're working and you're bored, or maybe it's when you're standing in line waiting to order a coffee, or you're in the back of an Uber and you're scrolling, standing in line at the grocery store. There's this moment that's driving you to do that like impulse feeling. I want you to just maybe close the eyes again. And when you connect to that feeling, like that impulse, that like I need to distract sort of feeling, it might be totally just a knee-jerk reaction. See if you can feel it somewhere in your body. Just see if you can locate that sensation in your actual body. For my client this morning, he was feeling it like in the throat, in the jaw, and I can even still sort of feel some tightness here now. So this might be where some of you are feeling it. Right? We're just gonna connect with that energy for a minute. If it had a shape, what shape would you give it? Maybe it's like a square, maybe it's like circular, maybe it's just this like amorphous energy, right? If nothing comes through when I'm giving you these optional prompts, don't try too hard to force it, right? We just want to connect with this energy and just see what it wants to share. If it had a texture, would it be like velvet? Would it be like granite? Would it be slimy? Is there a color that you see associated with this energy? And of course, always remembering to stay with the breath. So now that we've located this energy in your body, this impulse, this drive, let's see if there's any parts of you, little you, most likely, that wants to step forward. And if there's anything that, if you hold some space for this energy that it wants to share. Maybe you'll even actually see you. Sometimes it can be helpful to ask, how old are you? You might hear like 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now let's just ask little you, is there anything that you want to show me? Connected to this experience, connected to this, the reason why we keep reaching for our phone? And let's just see what they show you. No rush, take all the time you need. Feel free to pause the video now. Maybe you see yourself in a particular moment in time when your parents are yelling at each other and you would run and watch TV. Some sort of stressful life event that caused you to distract yourself and to escape. So now that you see what's connected to this desire, this impulse, can we start to soften a bit to ourselves? And can we see like, okay, that makes sense. No wonder I have the impulse to distract and escape. Because at that time, that little you is showing you, it wasn't really safe to be in the present moment. It didn't feel good to be in your own body. Maybe when you were bored and your mind was idle, you would go into anxiety loops. Maybe you would get very stressed out. Maybe you would just replay over and over and over again in your mind embarrassing things that happen, traumatizing things that happen. So maybe now you feel like you need to just constantly fill any space in your minds with distraction because it was hard to sit with yourself back then. And can we understand, can we soften to ourselves and maybe offer some compassion because we understand what's driving this behavior deep down, right? So now that you've taken some time to just really understand what this is all about for you, let's go ahead and connect with this part and just ask, is there some weight that you would like to let go of? If so, if little you says yes, first of all, let's just acknowledge them and thank them for carrying this weight for so long. And let's just remember that this was by very intelligent design that little you developed this coping mechanism and strategy to escape and to numb because it protected you. And it got you to where you're at today. We just don't need it anymore. And it's okay to reprogram this pattern and let it go. So after, really acknowledging and thanking little you, let's just ask, is this a weight that you want to let go of now? Can I give you a new task? Can I give you a new job that involves not carrying this anymore? And if they say yes, then connecting to wherever you feel this in your body, I want to invite you to just start doing some subtle movement that feels really organic. And I don't want you to think about it too much, right? It's just me and you. I ain't judging you. I can't even see you. But we'll do it together, right? I'm just letting my body move like very organically right now. For my client this morning, when they were feeling it here, I invited like some neck rolls. So like all the way around, right? In both directions. Like really just continuing to allow the energy in your body to loosen as you do this natural movement. If you're feeling it kind of in the shoulders, let's invite some shoulder shrugs, not rugs. Shrugs. Right? If you're feeling it in the hips, which seems to be where I'm always feeling it, let's just do some circles, right? I don't know if you ever watched SpongeBob, but like, bring it around town. Right? Let your body move very organically, and you can get as loose or as wild with it as you want. Again, nobody's watching. The body is so smart. It knows exactly what it needs. I might look like a wailing, flailing, wiggly arm tube man right now. It's all good, right? I'm letting my body show me. I'm kind of like bypassing my mind right now. Now I want to invite you to connect with the breath. So the breath is one of our most powerful tools for moving energy. I actually use Wim Hof breathwork every day. It's literally just like this energetic practice of pushing and pulling clean energy in and clean energy out. So I'm going to guide you through we'll do 10 rounds of breath together, okay? And if at any point you feel lightheaded or you don't feel comfortable, feel free to stop. But the motion is breathing in like you're breathing in like through a straw almost, like your life depends on it, and then pushing it out, okay? So we're gonna do 10 breaths together. You can also take breaths and breathe in through the nose, which I do sometimes, because really over-oxygenating your blood, especially when you're not used to it, can get you like a little bit lightheaded. So, all right, you ready? One more in, a deep breath out. Shaking off the weight. Right. Now let's just let your body move exactly like just bounce. Maybe you're bouncing in your seat right now. Maybe you're straight up twerking. Right now my body seems to want to bounce, so we're gonna let it do that. I'm just gonna shake this old vibrational energy out of you from this experience. And when you're feeling in a good place, feel free to pause and let this process go as long as it needs to. You can even keep moving as I'm talking. I'm going to offer you 3 mantras, 3 affirmations that are going to be addressing why you didn't feel safe to be in the present. And this is, again, inspired from a session I did today. If we were actually here, I would curate these to be exactly what you need, but we're going to go ahead and go with what generally applies to people. So sometimes when people would escape when they were children, it's because they weren't in control. Maybe that's how you felt. Maybe you felt super out of control. But now that you have these tools, you are literally in control of your life again, right? You're not at the hands of your parents. You're not at the hands of your teachers, babysitters, anybody. You are in control now, and you get to choose where you focus your thoughts. You get to choose how you direct your life in any given moment, and you're no longer living in that experience. It's also really helpful sometimes to remind little you, if you were able to make a point of contact with them today and just say, do you know how old I am? And let them know how old you are. Usually they're like, wow. And now I want you, before we get into the 3 mantras actually, I want you to let them know why it's safe to be in the present moment right now, right? Back then it wasn't. Back then you needed a distraction, you needed to escape for many different reasons probably, but now it's all good. You are in control of your environment, right? Let them know that all the positive things going on in your life. You don't live at home anymore. You probably got your own car. You probably got a job making your own income. Maybe you have a partner that you love very much. Maybe you're making your passions your purpose. Right? Just take a minute and let little you know, like, it's safe to be in the present moment now because you're with me. And I will never judge you. I will never let you be in any kind of harm. Right? So now I'm going to offer you 3 mantras. Feel free to tap these in if you'd like, if you're familiar with EFT tapping, or if you just want to do some tapping on your chest, or if you just want to receive these, okay? I am in control of my life. I am in control now. And I want you to say these back to yourself, these 3 mantras with purpose. I want you to say these with conviction, okay? I am in control now. I am in control now. It's safe to be with myself. It is safe to be with myself. It is safe to be in the present moment. It is safe to be in the present moment. I am in control now. I am in control now. It is safe to be with me. It is safe to be with me. It is safe to be in the present moment. It is safe to be in the present moment. I am in control now. I am in control now. It is safe to be with me. It is safe to be with me. It is safe to be in the present. It is safe to be here now. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now, turning with eyes closed. Go ahead and just check back gently, back in that space of the energy that you felt originally. Just see what's different. Does it feel lighter? Does it feel less present? Good. So your assignment between now and the next time that I see you is I want you to just use those 3 mantras or adapt them for what's more specific to you and your circumstances. And every time you see yourself wanting to just habitually grab your phone, right? This is where being mindful is so paramount to our ability to change. Every time you see yourself, like really be just so mindful with when you give yourself permission to use your phone. I'm not saying don't use your phone, use your phone. But bring yourself more into the present because it's safe to do that now. And when you go to grab your phone, just remind little you, Just remind little you, like, I'm in control now. We don't need to escape. It's safe to be with me, and it's safe to be in the present moment. And then see what changes. Great work today. I really hope that you enjoyed this. Please feel free to share this with friends. Rewatch it as many times as you need. And I would love to hear your experience of this session. Drop it in the comments below. And if I can connect with you at any point and support you in a session, I offer these on a one-on-one basis as either solo sessions or as a 6-month transformational healing experience with your girl. For more detailed information about that, go ahead and check out my Linktree or shoot me a DM on my Instagram at any time. Wonderful to be with you today. Thank you so much for receiving this. Thank you for trusting me. And thank you for trusting yourself. I'll catch you on the next one.